Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to show you a super effective, non-boring way of practicing and learning new vocabulary. English is my second language and this method helped me a lot when I was learning, so happy to share it with you as well. So here's how it works. We're going to describe one object in your home. That's it, but we're going to do it the smart way that builds vocabulary naturally and makes you repeat the words that you already know. In my case, I just went shopping, so I'm going to describe a pair of pants that I just bought from Caledonia. I'm gonna put these pants on and describe them to you. So what you need for this activity is just something to write on, either paper or electronic, and a phone or a recording device, voice or video. This technique can be applied with any language because it helps you with three major things. Number one, it shows you what vocabulary gaps you have, words that are missing, expressions or idioms depending on your level. Number two, it activates your passive vocabulary, which is words that you understand but you don't use in your day-to-day life. And number three, it helps you identify which words and expressions you need in order to become as fluent as you are in your native language. And the best part, this works for any level, starting with A2 all the way to C1 or C2. Okay, so I divided this method into 4 easy steps. So, step 1, pick an object. It can literally be anything from your toothbrush to your air fryer to your smart TV to your armchair, literally anything. Do you want to be in the video? Step 2, you're going to describe the object in your native language. In my case, these pants. When you're describing an object in your native language, just be relaxed and think about how would you talk about this object naturally. What does the object look like? What do you use it for? What's it made of? Where did you buy it from? Why did you buy it from there? Just as much information as you have about that specific object. Then record yourself saying all that. It could be just a voice note or a video recording. So then you can follow this little script you have when you have to convert it into English. Okay, so I put these on and right off the bat, I can tell you that they fit really well around the waist. And the waist is elastic. They are made of a soft, stretchy fabric, and they are straight leg. Hold on. Okay, so you can see they're straight, but have a little bit of flare at the bottom, which means they go like this. The material is pretty thick, but it's breathable and soft enough to be able to move around and not feel any tightness anywhere. I like that they are long enough, so if I would be wearing a shoe with a bit of a sole, they would just cover the back of my leg really nicely, all the way to the floor. You can tell they fit me like a glove. They're pretty tight around the waist, but because they're so stretchy, it doesn't feel tight at all. I also like that they're pretty flowy, like if I were to move, they have this dimension, they're moving around with me, and they look a little bit more elegant than just normal lounge pants. I think these are really great for traveling, and especially being on a plane for longer than a few hours. These are super comfortable and versatile. Like for example, this is just a white t-shirt on, the pants and probably some white runners, and this would look really good, but I can also dress it up. So see, it's just a pair of pants, but I keep talking about them. Okay, see, I just put a little linen t-shirt on and they already look a little bit dressier than just with the t-shirt, especially if I were to have some sandals on to go out and about for a walk or shopping or something. They also go well with a sweater or with a crew neck of some sort. I always like to pull up my sleeves for some reason. I don't know, it feels a little bit more elevated when I do that, right? You can also wear them with just like a crop top like this, but if you want to hide this area, you can easily do that with pretty much anything. If you want to go a bit next level, you can also do an oversized white shirt, just like this one. Mandatory, rolling up the sleeves and not buttoning up all the way to the last button, just keeping it super, super versatile like this. Do you see what I mean? These look like work pants. You can't even tell they are lounge pants. So comfy. Obviously, if you added more jewelry, a really nice dressy shoe, it immediately looks like a completely different outfit. And if you want to do a little crop top moment like this one with this pretty elegant sweater, I would say this would be my favorite way to go out and about for a walk because this sweater has holes in it. So it can keep me both warm and cool at the same time. So these pants are extremely versatile. They can be casual, they can be dressy, they could be smart, they could be cute, just like you. Okay, and then step 3 of this technique is doing the same thing but in English. And this one would be your practice round, your rehearsal before the last step. So now, because you have your voice or video recording of what you just did, you can listen to it again and then imagine you're doing that in English. Try to use the same expressions, the same words, because this is what you would naturally want to say. That's why you first do it in your native language, to try to see what kind of vocabulary do you really need? What vocabulary would you use? And the reason why I told you to have something to write down is because while you are doing this rehearsal step, you're gonna encounter some words that you probably either won't remember or not know. So because you're just rehearsing, you can write down those words, find their equivalents in English, full expressions, maybe even idioms. And this way you're going to build your own mini vocabulary bank for that object. And step number 4 is to record your presentation in English. You're gonna try to speak naturally, but also incorporate those words that you didn't know before and you have written down. And feel it, be excited about it. Imagine you're on a stage and you're presenting this new object to this audience who's very excited to find out more about it. Or imagine you're trying to sell this object to someone and you want to be very convincing. This step helps you test your vocabulary, notice what's easy and what's hard for you, and build confidence using these new words that you just discovered that you need. Next, what I recommend tomorrow and the day after and every day after that, I recommend you pick an object from the same category if you can. For example, if I would describe this sweater next, I will most likely use some of the same words that I used when I described the pants. Soft, stretchy, comfortable, relaxed, casual, dressy, smart. But then I would have some new words like neckline and sleeves and holes. So this is how you will rotate the words that you previously used in your previous object and find new words that you need for the new object, because they're all from the same category, but they do different things or they look differently. You can repeat this method every day with a different object and you're going to notice how much faster your vocabulary improves. I suggest you stay organized and you name your recordings. For example, pants, native language, pants, English, sweater, native language, sweater, English, because in a month or two, you're maybe going to want to do pants again, and then you're going to notice how much easier it is for you to describe them and how much faster you come up with the words that you need. And there's nothing better and there's nothing more motivational than to see your progress. Imagine how many objects you have in your house, how many categories, how many rooms. Your house should become your English zone. You should know every object in your house in English, and you should know how to describe it. And it's a safe space for you, right? Nobody's watching. It's also free. It's accessible to you every single day at any time of the day. And it's always there. It's always there to remind you, hey, this is my English zone. This is a new